EPA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for May 26, 2021. We have a very hot and humid day today ahead of a cold front, and that cold front's going to come through later this evening. But ahead of that, we'll have the opportunity for some scattered thunderstorms today, and some of those could be locally strong as these storms move eastward. And I think most of the activity that we're going to have today is going to be along a prefrontal trough, not so much the cold front. And the latest NAM is starting to head in that direction, where we have just the scattered showers and thunderstorms, and then we have a little trailing feature behind it, which is the actual cold front, but it doesn't have as much punch with it at that time because the air is stabilized by that activity along the prefrontal trough, and so the air behind it is stabilized a little bit. So when the next batch comes in, two things: one, the air is a little bit more stable, and it's also past dark, so you're going to lose a lot of that punch that you would have had otherwise if you didn't have the prefrontal trough there today. Now, the Storm Prediction Center, this is going to be updated, and I'm expecting it to be updated because I looked at the guidance all day long today. I'm surprised they didn't shift this already. But if I were going to draw this, which I'm not, so this is completely unofficial, I would say that this slight risk, this area in yellow here, should be extended a little bit further south like this, I think. Something to include these areas here: Lancaster, maybe Harrisburg, and also the Lehigh Valley, Reading areas. Also, maybe Northwest New Jersey as well. There's a lot of support for that, and across the board. So with a shorter range guidance, so I can see what they're doing here. They're showing an appreciable lack of forcing, but I think because the prefrontal trough may become the dominant feature today, that would extend it a little bit further east. Again, that's unofficial. That's just my opinion. No disrespect to anything that the Storm Prediction Center does. And in fact, they may update this again to agree with my thoughts or come close to it. So this is actually recorded around midnight, and they have not updated yet. So I don't know what they're going to do. So we'll just have to wait and see how they do that. And the reason I'm suggesting that is this activity here that starts off early in the afternoon. This is 2 o'clock. And this is the NAM's Future Simulator Radar. It's the latest NAM that ran this evening. This activity is also further south with this with some of the more robust cells. And again, this activity here, this line that's moving across the state here, this is 5 p.m. This is a prefrontal trough boundary right here. This cold front's still all the way back here, just south of Erie here at this point. So, and there's some activity out there with that as well. But by the time that gets over here, and in the wake of all of this, it's going to be a more stable environment and after dark. So it's going to be tough to get that one going. And the NAM is suggesting that. He sees some pretty hefty squall lines coming through here. Now, in the case of severe weather, they may put up a severe thunderstorm watch for this. And if they do, it does not mean every single person. This is our first rodeo with severe weather this year. We really haven't had too much to deal with. So just a refresher, just because they issue a severe thunderstorm watch does not mean your specific area, your backyard, your town will have severe weather. And as a matter of fact, it's probably only going to be a couple of places along that line. It's not going to be everywhere along this line unless the entire thing bows out, which I don't expect it to do. Usually it doesn't do that on a prefrontal trough. But you have spots on this line here that are, the darker reds here are indicating where the more robust cells are. Doesn't mean they're going to be exactly there either. But the whole idea here is that it's not everywhere. The places in between, like in this particular image, shows Lancaster getting hit hard, Allentown getting hit hard, Reading in the middle. Just a garden variety storm, not a real big deal. And that's what you have with severe weather. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. And I know there's been a lot of people messaging me saying, when are we going to get some severe weather? It's been a horrible severe weather spring for the enthusiast anyway. I know some of you are like, why the hell do you want severe weather? Some people do. They like to chase it. They like the thrill of it, whatever it is. We have had a very lackluster spring because it's been kind of on the cooler side until recently. So we haven't had too many chances for severe weather. That is going to pick up today because we're going to be so hot and humid out of this cold front. And then this frontal boundary, once across to New Jersey, you see it starts to lose some steam a little bit as it moves closer to the coast, and you get an interaction with the sea breeze here. But these could keep going. There's still going to be storms there. It doesn't know about severe. And then here's the cold front storms behind it. Doesn't really get going. It kind of fizzle apart because this is 9 o'clock already, and it's, again, stable environment. Maybe a few showers with that and still some thunderstorms, garden variety, but probably not severe with the cold front trailing it. But this activity dies out overnight, and then that is it. And again, I pulled up a sounding here. This is out of right in the middle of that line, which is Allentown. This is 4 p.m., right before that line comes in. Very good numbers here for severe weather. This is certainly a severe sounding. You got an inverted V signature here, classic signature there. Good shear is really good. Your instability is very good, so there'll be a lot of lightning with it. Your lapse rates are very good, which is your change in temperature going up in height. Very steep low-level lapse rates, which indicates a severe wind threat. And don't see too much. It may be a little hail here with this little dry wedge, but there's not really too much to large hail signature on this, and there's not a tornado signature here either. So the photograph looks like crap here. So it doesn't look like a big. Looks like once it gets into a straight line, typically it congeals into a straight line, and you lose any tornado chances out of that. It's not impossible, never impossible to see a tornado in any severe thunderstorm, but the primary mode here is going to be straight line wind damage. If in fact into some of those more robust cells, and that's what this sounding is indicating here. Again, that sounding is not a slam dunk thing like that area is going to get slammed with the hardest weather. Does not mean that at all. Okay, we'll just have to watch the radar trends. We'll send alerts as needed to the My Pocket Meteorologist members who are subscribed to that year-round in real time as it approaches your particular area. So now, after this point, we have another system coming in. The Thursday is going to be a nice day. It's going to be a mostly sunny day in between systems, and temperatures still here in the 78 to 84 degree range. Again, 88 to 92 is the spread today, north to south. It's not really too much difference. Tomorrow's mostly sunny, 78 to 84 is the spread from north to south. So still a warm day, but then the bottom's going to drop out in temperatures. Both Friday and Saturday will be stuck in the 60s in most locations. Both days are going to be chilly, comparatively speaking to today anyway. Not really chilly, but I mean for this time of year, that's pretty chilly. This system is looking like it's going to come in on Friday afternoon, and then generally maybe a few showers come in just before noon for western areas, but primarily it's an afternoon showers arrival, and then it becomes periods of rain, steady rain that goes into the evening and overnight. The trend today has been to push this out quicker. This low has been more shown to be more progressive across the board on all the models here, so there might be a leftover shower early on Saturday morning. But after that, we're just cloudy, and there might even be a period here late in the day for the interior, the far interior, northeast PA, maybe in parts of east central PA that go over to mostly cloudy skies, which means you could have peaks of sun before the end of the day. Certainly possible here on Saturday. And I do think the rest of the weekend after that point should remain dry. This low here, we have to watch this trailing low along the frontal boundary. May try to spin up something, and the GFS is bringing that a little bit close. The latest run, though, I took a look at this evening, does not have that happening anymore. But it should stay mainly dry this weekend after this point, after this system moves away early on Saturday. And then we're just partly cloudy on both Sunday and Monday. So the holiday should be dry as well. High pressure moves in here on Monday. We're going to start to get progressively warmer. Again, we're going to be in the 60s Friday, Saturday. Sunday, we're probably still in the 60s in a lot of places, but upper 60s, and then we go into the 70s again by the mid-70s or so by the time we get to Memorial Day, and we continue to progress warmer after that point. The end of our forecast period is Tuesday. Tuesday looks like a day we're going to be in the upper 70s. It's near 80. I'm EPA WA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for May 26, 2021. Have a great Wednesday. Be safe today.